now the injuries are piling up at the worst possible time. Welcome back to our Arsenal. I'm going to have a quick video today talking about the injuries that are currently piling up in the team. And from what we've known, a couple of players have withdrawn from international duty, and we're going to dwell on them. Like, this is the worst time, the worst reality we're walking into. The Carabao Cup final loss, obviously, was very painful. I did a match reaction to it quite late that day, where I spoke about how I felt about the game. And even I just came off a podcast, Arsenal All Out, by my guy Rory, big ups Rory, where we and another panelists kind of spoke about our frustrations in the Arsenal versus Man City game. I don't intend to dwell much on them again because obviously you can't cry over spilled milk. But that loss for Man City wasn't just a defeat, but that triggered a mini injury crisis. And why am I saying this? Because right now we have a host of players, multiple players that are withdrawn from national duty. And this is not a problem. This is not random. This is becoming a pattern. So we have to break it down and look at those players that are currently out injured and see how it's going to affect the team in the long run. Starting with Gabriel, the last time he got injured was when he played for Brazil in that meaningless friendly against Senegal. And this time, Brazil was supposed to play France in a friendly in Boston, in USA, then play Croatia in Orlando. But Gabriel is likely to miss this because he has a reported knee issue. It was confirmed that he felt pain after the final, and scans have shown that he's not fit to play for Brazil in the international break. And that's worrying because Gabriel has been a mainstay for us in the Premier League. Yes, he had a couple of injury outlays, but he's one of the best defenders in the team. So I'm really hoping that him staying behind for these 2 weeks will be enough for him to get his knee checked out, and we can only hope that this is not a long-term injury. Next up is Saliba. Excuse me. Saliba was supposed to play for France in a friendly against Brazil in Boston, as well as a friendly against Colombia in Washington. Just like Brazil, France has already qualified for the World Cup, so this is just about trying to gain fitness. But Saliba is out with an ankle issue. He has struggled with this ankle for quite a while. The first time he had the ankle injury was in this game against Liverpool. And even in the Brighton game, he also missed it because of the ankle injury where he suffered against Chelsea. So clearly, he has been paying some measure of pain, and right now, the pain has become so much that he cannot even travel to join his folks in the French national team. The next person on this list is Eberechi Eze. This one is quite funny because, yes, in the game against Bayer Leverkusen, where he was the standout performer, he left the pitch and he looked groggy, but he actually stated that he was okay. Only for us to now learn that he had a calf injury. And that was the same calf injury that ruled him out of the Carabao Cup final. Eze would have been very monumental for us. Just imagining Eze in that Kai Havertz position, would have smashed the ball to the roof of the net. That's what it is. So people are reportedly waiting on scans, even that might actually be more serious than we thought. And we can only hope that this injury is not that bad. Then you have Julian Timber. Timber was supposed to play in the World Cup friendlies against Norway and Ecuador, but he has been replaced by Lachuriel Getruda from Sunderland. Timber got injured in the game against Everton and he hasn't played since then. Obviously missed the all-important Carabao Cup final. And missed the Bayer Leverkusen game as well. So Timber is someone that had his fair share of injury outlays. And we can only hope that he gets back soon. Then we have Leandro Trossard, and that strange one. Trossard, who was he supposed to play? Let me confirm that. Belgium had 2 games, one against USA in Atlanta, before playing Mexico in Chicago. So these are just friendly because Belgium has already qualified for the World Cup. And Trossard not be fit enough because struggling with the knock. So this kind of puts us in a very, very precarious position. So he's a very, very important player to us as well. So what does this mean to our Premier League and FA Cup and Champions League campaign? The timing is not good with all these injuries, but things are really getting interesting because obviously national teams are supposed to help us recover, but Arsenal is exposing how stretched our squad is. So we just have to keep waiting that with this player unavailable. Imagine having Gabriel and Saliba not available for selection for the next couple of weeks. That'll be crazy. Odegaard as well, our captain, our creative hub, 100% easy. But there is some unpredictability and attacking depth this season is also out. Very key players. We just hope that they'll be back in time. Yeah, so this is just a quick one. I've spoken about the players that are out injured. Hopefully, before we play against Southampton, we should be available for selection. After Southampton, we have Sporting CP and we have Bournemouth. No longer the quad, it's now the treble. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then,